Why stupid people are more successful than you. Yo, guys, how many of y'all watch my content and think, wow, this Tectone guy's retarded? I could do his job, and I could do it way easier. To anybody thinking that, you're right, and just do it. Just do it, man. Who cares? Boot it up. Go live on Twitch. Go live on YouTube. Have a fucking field day, man. Have a fucking field day. Have a blast. All you got to do is shave your head.
And their moms are on the internet today. And it's a no-brainer as to why traditional cable TV is becoming more of a relic of the past.
Yeah, because today's content creators are the new daytime television, only with 80% of the ads. I'll be real, it used to be way better. But now the ad space is so bad, it's like every time you go to watch a video with a CC, they pause it for 50 seconds and 8 mid-roll ads happen. Isn't it infuriating? I hate it.
Nowadays, creators take the mantle in becoming modern day TV, and that looks something like people watching TikTokers, YouTubers, and even streamers such as iShowSpeed, Tyson Nat, and Aiden Ross. And bro, whether you like these people or not is irrelevant because even people that you would generally consider dumb are becoming the faces of today's creators economy and becoming successful while also doing.
See, Mr. Beast isn't dumb, he's just pure fucking evil.
So, and I mean, look at the stats. The creator economy is set to be worth $250 billion currently, and it's predicted to be way more by 2030. And like many creators, I don't consider myself that bright. In fact, I think I'm a genuine dumbass that just happens to put in effort to create something valuable and put it out there into the world. But
True.
Here's the thing. Most of you are probably way smarter than most creatives, but choose not to act on the greatest opportunity given to us yet, and that's—
Oh, dude, you know who are wasting their time? These Redditors that post complex anime theories and video game theories and their thoughts on the political climate of the world. And then these content creators who read their comments, steal their points, and get all the clout and all of the praise for making these based points from ideas they didn't even have. Like, and just to solidify that, guys, I used to, okay, well, I'll just keep it a buck, guys. I'll just keep it a buck. I used, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, when I started my channel, I used Reddit a lot. And I was able to convince people that I was this genius of Summoner's War. My first video, guys, I stole all the ideas I had off Reddit comments. And then you know what I did? I posted that same video on a Reddit saying, hey guys, I thought of all these ideas. What do you think? And they said, wow, this guy gets it. And that's how I started my channel. Yep. My first video, stolen. You want to know why? Well, all these other dum-dums are wasting their time being smart. I was the retard who pretended to be smart and get all their money. Hey, is what it is.
To create content online. So with me telling you this, I hope to give you clarity as to why stupid people are more successful than you.
Yep.
And the reason why dumb people tend to be more successful is because they just try and they're not stuck in analysis paralysis like the smart person. Because here's the thing, smart people tend to overthink everything that they do. Examples being, what if my family and friends and people from school/work see my videos? If you didn't know, nobody cares. But I don't have all the equipment I need. Which is another limiting belief. I assume if you're watching this, you have an iPhone, iPad, computer that has a built—
Guys, I was 2 weeks away from graduating interactive media and 3D web development. And I said, I'm gonna just drop out and become a content creator because I'm the main character of this world and I'll just be successful. I was going to, after I cheated my way through, by the way, I cheated the entire time. Okay, I had my girlfriend do all my work for me, like I did through high school as well. I was like, I'm gonna just become a content creator. It is what it is. There we are.
Built-in camera, mic,
I'll just win.
You choose room light. And that's the thing. All of these are excuses that let you procrastinate on a decision that could potentially change your life and something that you could generally enjoy doing. But the problem is most intelligent people overanalyze too much, and dumb people, and you'll find out why I put dumb in quotations in a bit, just do it regardless of anything. And it's not to say that less intelligent people don't think at all, but it's more so the fact that they know that if they don't act now, the regret of never trying is gonna tear them apart. Like, bro, let me tell you a story. And this takes place way back when I was in 7th or 8th grade. And back then it was taboo to have a YouTube channel or tell people that you have a YouTube channel. Otherwise, if they found out that you did, then they'll ridicule you or make fun of you. And so there was this kid in my school who had a YouTube channel and his name was Lucas. And one day
Dude, I was always underneath the mentality that if people were to make fun of me in school, it'd be an easy conversation starter to make new friends. Right? Like when I was in college and I was posting YouTube videos, like during theater, like my old ones. I was like, oh, if people find these, they'll make fun of me and then I can just talk to them about it, right? I don't know. I've always been an advocate of, like, if people are making fun of me, at least they're talking about me, and then I can talk to them. It's kind of that easy.
Video got noticed by this really big YouTuber named FaZe Adapt that has over like millions of followers, right? And Lucas was featured on his video because he used to troll the fuck out of FaZe Adapt and his crew. And naturally he responded to it and trolled back Lucas just like how he would any other kids that he was reacting to. Once that got noticed and it blew up, Lucas gained a lot of exposure and popularity at my school. Like for example, on one end you had kids making fun of him, and then on the other hand you had people treating him like he was royalty because a big YouTuber noticed him. But it discouraged him to the point to where he didn't want to upload any more YouTube videos. And in my opinion, had he not listened to all the naysayers, all the haters that were criticizing him for being on YouTube, I think he would have been farther ahead in his content creator journey right now, like with a loyal big following, because he generally has a personality and all that shit that encompasses being a YouTuber, which is just being you. And the thing is, places like social media and things,
well, it's being you as long as who you are is entertaining, and nobody is actually entertaining. So YouTuber is how good you can be you turned up to 11 and be just fake enough to where people still think that you're real, warp their perception of reality, and then hate everyone else besides this one content creator on the internet, wish that everybody could be like them, and then realize, wait, nobody's like this in real life.
Things like YouTube aren't just a place for you to watch funny videos. It's an accumulation of a lot of things. People come on platforms like YouTube to educate themselves, to be entertained, something that alters your state where they learn something or feel something, you know what I mean? And here's another thing that separates dumb people from the intelligent people, and that's the fact that dumb people have like this childlike ignorance to what they believe they can do and just act on it because that's just how much they believe in themselves.
When I was a kid, I wanted to be a Pokemon trainer. And that was my life goal. That was my idea, right? That was my idea. And this is why we shouldn't let kids tell you what they want to do with their body, and parents shouldn't allow that. When I was a kid, I thought Pokemon training was real, okay? And when I found out Pokemon training wasn't real, I attempted suicide in my kitchen with a butter knife. And this is why we should not trust kids at face value over what they want to be with their life until they're at least 18.
Smart person, like how I mentioned before, they're always stuck in analysis paralysis, and in some cases they have a perfectionist take on things and think that they need to have X, Y, and Z in order to do something.
Did you die?
Like dumb.
Yes.
It's stupid. That's like the equivalent of someone saying that they need to have all the information of like dieting and workout plans or whatever to start going to the gym, versus the person who doesn't have any information about the gym and just goes straight in the first day, regardless of having any information or not, and is willing to look stupid while doing so and learn along the way. That's a similar way you got to view content creation. You're not gonna have everything. You don't need to know X, Y, and Z. You just need to upload the shit. And bro, guess what?
Absolutely. And it's the same thing with every aspect of life. It doesn't matter if you're prepared. It doesn't matter if you feel good. A lot of people say, oh, I don't feel good, so I can't do this. That's wrong. You not feeling good and you still doing this is the most important skill to have as a human being. It's called discipline. When you wake up and you feel like shit and you're tired and you don't want to get out of bed, you're going to get out of bed regardless and do what you need to do because that's what you need to do. It's called discipline. It's called determination. And if you don't have it, you are a fucking failure. Anybody can do this shit at 100%. But the people who can do it at 5%, those are the winners. Even if they don't do a good job, as long as they attempt to do it at not 100%, that's a hell of a lot better than not even trying at 95. Ridiculous.
A person who has less info is going to learn as he goes or as she goes, versus a person who never goes at all and makes excuses and negotiations with themselves. They never succeed at all. It's that simple. And bro, the same logic applies to every other aspect of your life, especially if it's something new. And not to mention, you're going to have to be willing to look stupid for a little bit until you become a master at said thing. Everybody starts off as a novice. Think about it when you go to the gym. Everybody had a starting point where they didn't know anything about dieting, nutrition, training. They just kept going until they eventually absorbed a little bit more knowledge and practice over and over again with consistency. And bro, this is what you call having a student mentality, to keep on learning and doing things along the way as you go on your journey. Even excluding the potential amount of money aspect that could be made from doing content, the very fact is when you make content of your own, what happens is you tap into this innate human desire to create something and materialize it into the world where it didn't exist prior. And it's amazing because bro, the entire world could potentially see the work that you created. You guys are watching what I'm creating right now, which is valuable. Well, hopefully, if it is, just hit the like button for me. But and this is why I think regular TV is dead and the internet is taking over and is worth much more. Now, you can't say it's not fair that people are making this much online on the financial side of things and they're making more than doctors, in some cases some lawyers, but that's just what it is. The market dictates who gets more eyes and therefore gets more money. Even you.
And the other thing is, that people really need to stop being so bitter about is these doctors and lawyers, they have jobs for lives, right? They have the ability to transfer their work experience and they have consistent income. Don't worry, guys. A content creator's natural lifespan is usually between a year and a half to 2 years. Anything longer than that, and it's an oddity, right? The majority of people's peak lasts barely any, and if you're not in a peak, you're not really making that much to sustain your survival, right? So don't be too envious. It's a very dangerous lifestyle. It's a very volatile lifestyle, and it doesn't last long term for the majority of creators anyways. Hasn't SodaStream for over 10 years? Yeah, he's an exception. He's not the rule.
You watching this content. That's the reason why content creators are getting paid more so than doctors. You heard what I said in the stat. The creator economy is worth billions of dollars. And bro, not just that, even some doctors are seeing how beneficial posting on social media is and are using this to their advantage, even whilst having a job. So you can still do both. Like bro, your fear of being seen is holding you back from tapping into your true potential and human desire to create. Any excuse that you have is irrelevant because one, you're not special. Everybody who hasn't started is likely thinking the same thing you are. I mean, shit, if you check the comments, you will actually see some limiting beliefs being made. And two, if you think you need some type of arbitrary prerequisite of having a personality and certain equipment, those things you don't need. And
true, just be able to edit well. Look at how many creators in Genshin Impact popped off with near vanilla wall paint drying personalities just because they could edit well. You know, no hate. Okay, maybe a little bit of hate. But let's just call it a buck. I mean, I'll be real, man. Gotcha content creators are some of the laziest, zero personality creators I've ever seen. And trust me, I've said this all to their fucking face before. Okay? They just edit well, or they look at leaks, or they post guide content. Anybody can fucking do it. You really don't need that much of a personality unless you're going for more personality-based content.
and you have something to offer to the world. And
I mean, there are channels that blow up that are AI voice. Like, you guys can do it.
you think that you don't have something, you're lacking in some area of your personality or some department, then it could be developed online. Just keep posting, which is why you should also subscribe to this channel, because it's technically a self-improvement channel, and so it's a win-win. Literally just stop listening to naysayers and hop on this opportunity, because time's gonna go by anyway. So why not just use some of this valuable time to be like the idiots who create content for you to consume? And I'm not talking about like the Aiden Ross and Kai Cenat. I'm just giving examples because they're like the faces of like the big name streamers. And when I say things like idiots, I don't mean it in like a derogatory term. I mean it more so in like a metaphorical sense to describe someone who acts regardless of having all the answers. You know what I mean? But some of them are idiots though, don't get me wrong, like genuine dumbasses. But just create something, and future you will be glad that you did. And yeah, that brings us to the end of this video. If you guys found value from this, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I might start streaming on Twitch, so feel free.
Dude, I loved that. I love this channel, and I'll be real, man. I've always wanted to make a self-improvement channel. I think I really want to do that sometime in the future. That was fucking awesome, man. Great fucking video. I'm glad I watched it. And yeah, man, keep going, bro.